Hello and welcome to Skillful Technologies. In this video, we will learn how to build an album model using Doctrine ORM. We will be using the Getting Started with Laminas tutorials to guide us. Before we begin, let's install Doctrine model into our project. As usual, open your XAMPP with administrator rights. Open the shell and change directory to your root directory htdocs CFO. Now use PHP composer.far require doctrine ORM model. Whilst this is installing, let's start our Apache and MindCircle. Okay, we got an error. In order to install Doctrine, let's use with all dependencies so that Composer can choose the right model for us with all dependencies. One, yes, one, yes. Okay, so we now have our doctrine model. So the next thing to do is to set up the album model with this folder structure. I'll open my root folder, which is CFO. Then I'll copy the application folder and paste it. Rename it to album. Now I'll be using Notepad++ as my editor, and I'll open a new working a new folder as workspace. uh, XAMPP. Select the whole folder. Then I'll open the config models.php here, and I'll add the album model. Save and close. Then I'll open the composer.json file. I'm editing these lines of code. I'll copy this one, bring a comma here, paste, and change the application to album. Save and close. Then in my shell, I'll use PHP composer.far dump autoload. Okay, so generated autoload files. Now, because we copied in the application model, we have to change every namespace to album. Save. With the controller, we have to change it to album controller. Okay, so this will be album, and this will be album controller. Then in the model.php, we will change this to album also. Now let's go to our view and change the index to album, since we have uh, album controller here. Album. Change this to album also. Okay, so let's go back to our tutorial. I guess we are done with this one. Let's go to the routing. We will just copy this, open your model config in the config folder, and then paste it here. Now, okay, let's so in our album controller, let's copy this and change this to add action. Delete, edit, edit action, and then delete. Let's go to our view album and then change this to index index page. This is it one. Then go to your view folder, copy this and paste, paste, paste. Change this to edit. Change the second one to delete. And then change this to, because we have 4 actions in our controller. That is the index, add, edit, and delete. Now I'll open the add, then change this to add, save, delete page, save. Delete page, save. Now let's go to our browser and test our actions. See for in album. Okay, so we have our album page working. That is the index page working. Now let's navigate to the edit page. Edit is working. Um, delete. Yes, delete is working. Let's now go to database and models. Now, in our database, we are going to create a new table called album and then populate it with this data. So I'll copy this, then open a new tab, localhost, PHP admin. I'll create a new table called CFO. I'll come to circle and then paste in the the query here. Change this one to auto increment. Execute. So our album table is here with this data. Now let's connect our model to our database using Doctrine. To do that, open the config file under your root folder. Go to autoload. We are editing local.php.dist, but before we do that, let's rename this file. Open Explorer here. Let's rename it to local.php. Then open it. So I'll paste this code here. Use these codes to connect to your database and make sure you've changed these lines to your settings. Now we'll end here and we'll come back in our next video to continue.